What's going on, everyone, everywhere? Never fear. Logan J's here, back with another sneaker review. Today I bring you a pickup that I got 2 weeks ago, a little over 2 weeks ago, yeah. And today is September 8th, Friday, 2023. The release happened August 24th, 2023. And I was able to get this pair through Union's website. It sent you to another website, and you know, where they had this release with Bethie Beauty Supply. I don't know if they both sent you to the same place or they sent you to each different spot, or Bethany's had their own. But I heard that, yeah, Bethany's had their own release. I didn't even think about that. I was just more focused on Union. And, you know, Union has taken care of people over the years as far as releasing stuff on their website, similar to Amamanier. They're not like Travis Scott. Travis Scott, he still does the raffle baloney, you know, and hardly any pairs. Well, this seemed like there's a lot of pairs, and you know, as far as people really liking them, it's a little tough pill to swallow. It's very different. The Air Footscape woven, which has that woven pattern on the sneaker, you know, it's not something that is highly coveted, highly collective. It's very unique, very niche thing. I've always liked it here and there, but I don't truly love it. Like, I respect it, but I appreciate it a little bit more as I picked this sneaker up. I like how it works on the sneaker. So, and the storytelling that they did, you know, the sneaker is called Summer of 96, as Chris and Beth Gibbs, you know, they met in New York, and the box tells the story as well as the sneaker with the woven pattern. It also has a tie to Afro-Caribbean woven things that they do, like the breathable shirts, you know, very cool and tropical vibe to it. So I'm feeling that in the story, and very wearable, clean, very simple storytelling. Got me thinking, will they be doing more collabs, you know, as this is just one, or will Union still be doing their own thing? But if they do the woven upper like this, because it all depends on how people receive it. It seems like it's not being received well. They're not gonna make any more. How could they tell? I mean, the sneakers sold out, but another way is through resale. How coveted are they and all that stuff? And or they don't care if they're not being collected or whatever. They just still want to tell the story. Maybe there's more story to tell. We'll see. I'm looking forward to it, as I really like these sneakers, and you know, happy it was a easy purchase. They put you through the system, and it said human, and that was added to the cart of the actual sneaker and whatnot. So that was great of them. It seemed like there was a lot of pairs. The whole collection was great. I want to buy the whole collection, but I'm sneakerhead, so I mean, I bought the hoodie the last time with the Air Jordan 2 collection, the Ratatan, and so yeah, I really like the collection. I like the storytelling of it. Let's get into the review. It's been long enough. You got the box. I love the box. And, you know, you got your basketball rim right there. Your buildings there. You got your Summer of 96 Jumpman. Bethany's Beauty Supply. You got Union. And you have Sean Portier and 96 Air Jordan right there. I'm feeling the old school throwback vibe to the box. Union right there, you know, and then you got your Bethany's Beauty Supply logo right there. Show you the under part of the box right there, and just great job. Union always does great job with their boxes and storytelling. And then you got some more of the same thing I just said. And then you got a little stamp right underneath for anybody legit checking. It is very lightly stamped, but you can see it. The tissue paper has the same building, and it has Air Jordan on it. And then you have white tissue paper as well. And then you have tissue paper on the side. They added little side tissue papers, and of course you got the YDM sticker here, and that's it. Let's get into the sneakers. Here they are. Woo! Woo! Finally, I got these almost 2 weeks from when I ordered them. So I got them on Wednesday the 6th, and I ordered them August 24th, 2023. So it took just under 2 weeks. Wanted to do the review yesterday. It got too late by the time I was trying to do it. And two, the sun starts to hit over here on my face. So I was like, you know what? I could just do it tomorrow. I'm off today. And when I got them Wednesday, it was a little late. So it was just a little earlier than yesterday when I wanted to do it. But I was just looking at the sneaker and I just wanted to look over it and compare it, you know. So yeah, there you go. You got Air Jordan 1 Retro OG SP FD2565-100 sale. You got neutral gray muslin, pale vanilla, kinetic green, and university gold. Made in China. So the bottom is that pale vanilla. That star action there. Sail midsole, sail stitching. And then on your upper, you have more of a sail tumbled leather upper throughout. If you want to call this muslin, where the woven pattern is, there you go. And I like the shape and everything looking down. Chris Gibbs was like, yeah, I want to make sure that it keeps it true to looking like an Air Jordan still, even though adding this whole woven pattern to the upper. So yeah, get you an up close look at that. And really quick, so want to point out for anybody wondering what's going on with the stitching and the woven patterns on here, you have one that is connected to the vamp. Got your perforations right there, and then you got your I don't know, I'm guessing this is the university gold. Same thing with the extra set of laces, which I will get into. And yeah, the edges, nice aged look, and that they did that with the first one, so I love that they brought it back. And so, like, again, I wanted to get into, you got one, and then over here I counted them, that wraps around the toe, that's 19. And then you go to the inner part, medial, you got 3 here, then 3 more before it hits the swoosh, and then you don't have any more as the swoosh wraps around the heel area there, and then it starts again 1 2 3, and then 1 2 3 again, and then like where I started there. So that's how it should be. And then at the bottom you should have like 4. So you got 1 2 there. They should have went in here, but this is how I'm counting it. So we got 1 2 3 4. Then you got 2 here, 1 2, and then you got 15 towards the heel here. So starting right here, and then here you have 8. So you got 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. I just didn't want to count back here, 15. And so same thing, 8 here. Now the one thing I will show you is the one pair has 2, and this is straight from Union, so, and it's a little offset. But for anybody wondering, could they be off if they try to like do some fakes? Yeah. So this is straight from Union. You got 1 2, and then on this side you got 1 2 3, and then a little bit of room here. So if this was a little bit more forward, this would be a little bit more back, and you could see a little bit more. But yeah, they didn't do that right, and it's just one whole piece, and it flaps underneath here, and then you got your little tab here, which is totally different than your normal tab, which I will compare it. And so this one has the stitch going around in that sail, and then you got your BBS in that cursive, and it's got that kinetic green there, and then it goes up top as well, and you can see the stitching going underneath this tag here and the kinetic green. And it is a different stitch pattern compared to the OGs. It has a pretty tighter, and it doesn't change. It's pretty much consistent throughout. and then, you know, it gets a little tighter as well here. Got it on the tongue there. Same thing here. Towards this side, you got your big oversized Air Jordan Wings logo in that neutral gray, wolf gray, whatever you want to call it. It is a little different than the OG Union one. I didn't compare it to the neutral grays that I have. It's just more of what they had previous, and it is different shades. You got your Union LA tag here. So we went over the Bethie Beauty Supply logo, and then your Union LA right there. And this lines up pretty much right here where the edge of the Wings logo. Just nothing here. And show you the other one. One thing I wish it had was the hang tag. The OGs had that hang tag. I call the OGs more of like the first ones, even though they're not OGs like what I'm talking about, like 1985. More of the Union OG collaboration. I guess I'm going to call it 1.0 just to make it a little simpler version. And this same thing should be kind of like lined up here. It's an up close look. You know, people are going to try to compare how theirs look. This has a little trademark logo there. Show you this one again a little bit more closer. And yeah, tumbled leather is very premium all throughout. You have this neutral gray felt material that, you know, we've seen in the Air Max 1. You know, they use that around the mud guard, wraps around the whole sneaker, you know. And then you have here on your swoosh a it actually looks like a different shade, but we're going with the same color, neutral gray, and this is more of a nubuck. It doesn't have any backstroke, but you could feel the premiumness compared to the felt up here, and how it doesn't feel like how suede feels. Like it has a little bit of an effect of kind of like a hairy, fuzzy looking pattern on there, but you know, it's just real cheap material here. The rest of the sneakers are great. You have a sail lace, which then changes to neutral gray at the top. I like how this whole university gold edging looks kind of like foam, as you know, you have that foam, exposed foam going on at the tongue area there. And this is different than the other one because this flips down. They have like a little bit of a longer piece that they stitched, and then this just like folds over, while the other one they kept it really tight and they cut this piece just to the edge of the stitch. So I like how the unique pattern is, and that goes underneath the tag here. You got your neutral gray tag and white Nike Air, and then you have just one R on your registered trademark there, right here. Usually you got another one like under, and they only used one. So just so people know about that as well. Wish the sneaker came with extra sets of laces. They could have added this color. Chino La Vida, he did his own like color lace that he put in. So with these, you can actually put in whatever color. I first think of like what Virgil did with off-white. You know, he added the orange for the university blue, and with the purple for the all-white ones. I think green for the Chicago. And I really don't remember. I didn't check, but I know that they were like loud and different. And you can add any color you want on here. It might kind of clash as far as the little bit of kinetic green and your yellow hits, but at the end of the day, you can make these, you know, your thing, as this is more of a neutral color. You can't really go wrong with it, is my opinion. But you can always check it out, see if it flows right with your fit. And yeah, just like the top-down view. One thing that I checked was I felt it inside, so I stuck my hand in here, and right here you could feel that I could touch the one hole. And when I looked in there, put the camera in there, it was actually cut down the middle, so it could open up and just enough so they could do this whole thing. And that's for both sneakers. And yeah, so they had to do that to get it to come out like that. You know, they had to open that up. Another thing is we normally get the stitch pattern here and then it dips down. While this one, you have a floating stitch. So it goes in here and it ends here. Same thing over here. Starts here, ends here. The original, or the 1.0s, they do the whole thing where they start from under here, they go up here, they go over the swoosh, and then they go underneath this eye stay area here. My sun's creeping in. And your sock liner, I like that it is the OG sock liner. You have the insole here, your kinetic green, I took it out. And your Nike Air, same thing with the register R right next to the E there, and white. Comes with this tissue paper shoe tree. Your shoelaces, extra set of shoelaces come in here. You know, trying to move to zero, as it says here. You know, try to end plastic waste, as Adidas says. So, and it feels like this little thing is too small for the laces in here. You know, it's like oversized, or it looks like it was just coming out. Maybe it got undone on mine. So, I really like these laces to help make the sneaker pop, like I was saying, to add extra sets of laces. And so I really like these. And before I go on and start talking a lot more and not rate these, I want to rate these a 9.5. I feel there's a couple things that could have gotten it to be a 10, just like I feel about those. Like I was saying, some more laces. I like the quality of the lace. This is more of a premium. This is not gonna start fraying. This is built a little bit better, which I like. I wish the sock liner was a little bit more updated. I get to try to keep it OG, the OG vibe, essence, and whatnot. But as we've seen with A Ma Maniére, they're adding their own print in the sock liner, in the netting of the Air Jordan 5. Those are little touches, like, you know, you've done it with those. Like, I get it. People know you took the nod to the OGs. You're still sticking it here, but you need to like show more for your brand. And I'm wondering when Union is not just going to be in LA and, you know, go global. It doesn't have to be like New York. I don't go and travel to New York, even though I'm up the street basically an hour away. But, you know, it'd be good that, you know, as far as like where they're from, you know, where they met Chris Gibbs, open up another store. I guess they don't really need it. They're good with the one location, but, you know, maybe all in due time. And yeah, I'm wondering if this is it for the Air Jordan 1. Will this one be the last one and they won't tell the story no more with the Air Jordan 1? Like, this is it? Or, you know, I feel like they should keep going, like I said. But yeah. Yeah. I like the storytelling, what they did with these, you know. I feel like they could do a 85 version, because they haven't been doing the 85. Is the Christian Dior version the 85 version cut? Because nobody's yet to do the 85 cut, which is shaped differently. Maybe they just like, this is more of the better way. We get Nike and Jordan Brand want to bring that whole vibe back, but you know, the midsole has a certain pattern on the midsole, and the shape is different, and the swoosh is a little bit bigger. Little details that we don't get. And I see that they did the AJKO low, which never had dropped ever, and so they finally dropped it, and that's cool that they did their collaboration with it. So we'll see what they do in the future. Will they be doing an 85 low, as that silhouette's going to be coming out? How true it is? Will they use the same midsole? Is the shape going to be the same as how it was in 85, or are they going to just keep it more of what we've been getting lately? You know, so but because Union always does great work with the Air Jordan 1. They're 3 for 3 for me. I know people are going to say, no, they missed with this. They fell off because of this. No, I think it's a great collaboration. Colorway cannot go wrong. They still got it for me. But everybody's entitled to their opinion. And prices are really low, which is great. Got me thinking double up. I actually didn't even try on sneakers. I thought about it, but I was like, you know what? I'm happy I got the one pair. And, you know, that pair could go to someone else, you know, let them increase their odds on sneakers, because sometimes, you know, the odds are not in our favor. So I just was like, nah, I got mine. I don't need a double up, but I do see the prices reasonable to then possibly get another one, because it is a solid sneaker. And because this video is too long already, and I just noticed. And yeah, you know, just want to show you really quick. The sun's in my way as far as showing you the sneakers. There's little subtle differences here and there, other than this big woven pattern on there. This one has the register R. Let's see if I can get that close. Got the one here and the one underneath the end there. While this one just has the one. The oversized swoosh, pretty much the same, right? There, the stitch pattern is a little different, and where it goes. So then you have this tab. The stitch pattern goes over the tab, while this one in the back here has the Bethany Beauty Supply tab. Man, that thing is killing me here. And you know, they added an actual bigger tab on top. So that the felts look a little different. I don't know if you'll be able to see that on camera. The sock liner is the same. The exposed foam there, you can see how that one's flipped down, and this one is cut to the edge there. Of course, your hang tag, same thing. Looks like this lines up right there. I think it's a different placement than this one. Looks a little off compared. And just use the same material on the upper. It has the same lace quality, same durableness. The edges are the same there, you know, different color. I think they did a better job with these, as showing it at certain angles. It looks like this one is a little bit of a thicker cut, just slightly, but at some points it looks like it's the same. So it could just be like a little minor illusion, but I think these might be just slightly thicker. I think it would need it due to this whole woven material that is being put on here. So it's got to be able to handle that. The one toe box is a little off when looking at both of them. Don't know if you could be able to see it. This one looks a little off. This one looks a little bit more cleaner. So you might get a little inconsistencies on your toe boxes. And another thing, I'm going to show you this one. There you go. Got to do the review on that one. You know, and do the review on this one. I did the review on the other one, Storm Blue. YouTube, it's your boy Logan J. I hope you enjoyed this review, and I'm signing out. Peace.